Brian, come to hear all of that.
I was just watching it and it blew my mind.
Talk to me about that.
I know what that. I understand hard times and I understand good times. And, you know, in life, they have to come. You're gonna have to deal with both of them because that's what life consists of: good times and bad times.
And he told me, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really, Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
But like, you know, Floyd's a great fighter, don't get me wrong. Yeah. You know, he had 50 fights and he said, yo, so don't tell me about you the greatest fighter with 50 and 0, nigga. You're great, no doubt about it, nigga. 50 and 0.
Nah. We were excited about you and Floyd. Is that still happening or is that?
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, it's happening. You think I give that up? I was minding my business. He challenged me.
You look good. How you feeling physically?
Incredible.
You've been training?
Listen, I was wearing an extra large. It looks like I could wear large now.
Looking good, man. Still looking.
During a live interview with Stephen A. Smith, Mike Tyson spoke without holding back, delivering a blunt and candid critique of Floyd Mayweather Jr., the kind of straightforward honesty only a former heavyweight champion could offer.
Floyd, though.
Huh?
How do you feel about Floyd?
Awesome fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like, growing up in the hood, we looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
Mike Tyson described Floyd Mayweather Jr. as arrogant, self-centered, and somewhat disconnected from reality, suggesting that his extravagant displays of wealth are often more for show than a reflection of true financial security.
We've been friends since 2002. There was a point where I'm looking at things and I'm going, yo, we kind of got the wrong messaging point. Because we're saying we got all the money in the world, we're gonna burn it, we're gonna get it again, so what? When you say change it, he goes, nah, you do that, Fa. He said something to me one time, very simple. He said, what a prize fighter fight for? And I'm like, and he said, the prize. Don't nobody watch Floyd fight to see how amazing he is. They watch it for the opportunity to see him lose.
Right.
Because they don't like him.
The arena have just shown Floyd Mayweather, and they begin to boo immediately.
They don't like him because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no, like the people's champ, like Ali was standing for the same things.
Right.
The audience was standing for. You know, he doesn't have any of that. It's just money.
I take 30 watches with me.
Tyson emphasized that success in the ring doesn't make up for a lack of humility outside of it, and that constant flaunting of wealth can erode a legacy faster than any opponent ever could. When he criticized Mayweather's behavior as harmful to his public image, the words landed like a powerful punch, sharp, direct, and impossible to ignore.
No, I didn't make as much money as you'd think fighting Floyd.
Did you get paid from that?
He still owes me $1.5 million, maybe more.
How does he owe you the money? Why don't you just like...
Here's what happened. He pre-sold the fight using my likeness to some company in, I think, Dubai or like the Middle East for $10 million cash. We ended up doing the fight in the States with a different company. That is the company that put on the fight. That is the company that paid. But he sold our fight with my name and likeness to someone else in Dubai for $10 million cash. It's our fight, bro. Our deal was 15%. He smoked me. So I got 15% of it. 15% of $10 million is $1.5 million. That company paid him that money, is suing him. I actually don't know the status on that lawsuit. I should check in because he still owes me money, but he has a bunch of legal trouble at the moment. I don't think I'm ever getting the money.
He just sold his house in Vegas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I think, he's facing a bunch.
Rinsed on that house. He started at $14 million. Sold for 6.6.
When Tyson claimed he could knock Floyd out, it landed less like a taunt and more like a gut punch, a reminder that respect isn't just about victories in the ring, but also about how you carry yourself when the cameras are off. Fans reacted with shock, as if someone had fired a heavyweight cannon in a library, stunned, vocal, and instantly divided. Whether you agree with him or not, Tyson's message was clear: humility still matters, and unchecked ego can make even the greatest champions appear small. In the end, Tyson framed it like a finishing move, not about the fight itself, but the story that follows. You can win battles, but you can still lose the respect of the public.
Spends money like it's a tap. Money's just flowing. Even as much money as he's made in his career, which he's probably made more money than any boxer ever. There's all these lawsuits. He hasn't been paying things. He owes money on this and owes money on that. And then he's got to come out of retirement.
It's just the lifestyle that Floyd lives. It's like he got to be lavish. So that he got $1 million in his backpack. He got the latest watch and the latest car.
And when you get into latest watches and latest cars, boy, that money goes quick. Bugattis are like $3 million. There's watches that are $3-5 million. So you buy a watch and a car, you're down.
The larger-than-life tension between Tyson and Mayweather, power versus precision, legend versus strategy, suddenly took an unexpected turn when Wade started laughing while breaking down Floyd's financial rumors. I found myself thinking, the narrative just flipped from ring tactics and fight strategy to money and accountant talk in an instant.
For a Floyd Mayweather that is clearly going broke, and it's not just, and if you guys didn't see the video I did talking about Floyd coming back to fight Mike, this is not me sensationalizing. This is the truth. There is no speculation, but I told you guys, Floyd owes a lot of people a lot of money, and he don't have it. Logan Paul also discussed this, and this is probably the best screenshot I couldn't gotten on this video. My God, his ramen noodle hair is flying in the wind, and there's no wind in that place. But Logan dropped some knowledge that Floyd is still scamming him for their 2021 fight. We're going to go through.
Wade openly admitted he couldn't even discuss the topic without laughing, quickly pointing out Floyd lining up multiple fights in a single year, exhibitions, crossover opponents, and even the upcoming Tyson spectacle. His tone suggested one thing clearly, something about all this feels like a scramble for cash. Now, I'm not claiming Floyd is broke, slow down internet, but Wade brought up the issue of Logan Paul claiming he wasn't fully paid from their exhibition. Rumors like that have a way of sticking, whether they're true or not, and they only add to the chatter surrounding Mayweather's business moves.
Vegas.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I think, he's facing a bunch.
Rinsed on that house. He started at $14 million. He custom built the house, by the way, in like 2006.
Yeah.
Started at 14, reduced to 12,
Yeah.
10, 8 came on the market, and it was a lot of house for 8.
Yikes.
So for 6.6.
Oh, he really got
just rinsed. The cost to build that house was 9 or 10.
Whoa, he got rinsed.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It was huge.
Goddamn.
Who would win in a fight?
And yeah, that's another piece of like what Floyd has done with his money.
When Wade keeps returning to the fact that Floyd keeps scheduling fight after fight, even after claiming he was retired for years, that's when the debate gets interesting. Is it a true love of the sport, or is it the lure of the pay-per-view payday? Floyd has undeniably mastered the art of selling himself, turning every fight into an event. Wade even points to this as part of his lasting legacy, the Money Mayweather blueprint that transformed boxing promotion into a form of pure theater.
On Twitter talking about, oh, watch your own pockets. You ain't ever made as much money as Floyd has. I know that, dude. I'm not saying that Floyd is as broke as one of the freaking tweakers on 6th Street Bridge in Los Angeles, dude. That's not what I'm saying. But for the amount of money that he has made, over $1.2 billion, and the amount of money that he still has, let's say it is $300 million. That means Floyd has lost 70% of.
Then the conversation shifts to Floyd's spending habits. Jets, mansions, business ventures, and suddenly the focus moves from his greatness in the ring to his ability to sustain that lifestyle outside of it. Here's the ironic part. Even critics who claim Floyd is chasing paydays will still tune in the moment his name appears on a fight poster. That's the magnetic pull of a legend. Wade may question the motives, fans may debate the finances, analysts may raise their eyebrows, but the second Mayweather steps toward the ring again, curiosity always wins.
Floyd owes like $1.4 million in jewelry debts, that Floyd owes like hundreds of thousands of dollars in rent for a private New York apartment. His private jet fuel, he's not paid hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of fuel and maintenance. He put up one of his jets that I think he even sold, but one of his jets and I want to say one of his properties, like one of his homes, up as collateral for a $54 million loan from an individual, from a billionaire that had a 9% interest on the...
That whole conversation with Wade about Floyd potentially chasing paydays had already got the rumor mill going. But then DJ Vlad jumps in, adding fuel to the fire, like someone who just overheard gossip at a jewelry store. Vlad claims that a longtime jeweler supposedly told him Mayweather is broke due to his extravagant spending. And right there, it's a familiar story. Boxing fans have heard this narrative before, yet it somehow keeps resurfacing, adding to the swirl of speculation around Mayweather's finances.
I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never even met him. So I don't know. I mean, you have a lot of
When you combine legendary earnings with a legendary lifestyle, suddenly everyone turns into a financial detective. Even DJ Vlad admits he doesn't know whether the rumors are true, but that barely matters, because stories about fighters' money spread faster than a Ryan Garcia left hook on Twitter. Still, when Vlad starts talking about private jets, lavish spending, properties, diamonds, and the decades-long money Mayweather image Floyd carefully built, it's easy to see why people jump to conclusions.
You're constantly spending.
Right.
I don't know. Remember at one point he said he was buying like the jewelry district building.
Yeah, and they said
that
they
wasn't
said that
true.
was cap. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know this man's finances, but this guy told me that Mayweather is in financial problems.
See, here's the part about actually losing your money when you're on that level and you're, kind of like flossing.
The brand Floyd Mayweather built was all about excess, stacks of cash, luxury, and the undefeated money machine persona. So even the smallest crack, and critics act like the whole dam has burst. But here's where perspective matters. While Vlad's rumors circulate, Floyd has been mastering the art of spectacle longer than many online fans have even been following boxing. When people see him doing exhibitions, lining up fights, flying private, or staying in the public eye, it's all part of the image he's spent decades creating.
We might see Mayweather doing...
People will give him some loans.
Maybe.
Listen, he's cozying up to Israel. That's
but
not
the
an
thing
accident.
about it is, he had Mayweather Promotions.
Yeah.
And he was hosting a big, he had Gervonta Davis under his cards. And so that's a like
yeah, but
De La
look what
Hoya
happened
does.
to Gervonta.
Some fans argue that Floyd needs the money, while others see it as him simply running his business like always, two completely different ways to interpret the same behavior. Vlad even points out the harsh reality of celebrity culture. When someone lives flashy, the world almost waits for the fall. Yet the contradiction is clear. No matter how much people debate his finances, the moment Floyd's name appears next to a fight poster, everyone clicks, watches, and talks about it. That's the Mayweather paradox. A rumor magnet, a business mastermind, a target for criticism, and somehow still the center of attention in boxing and pop culture.
If you can sustain that, you don't ever have to box again. But now has to take fights because, when you floss like Mayweather, you can't go down.
Yeah.
You got to stay right there because people are going to peep any kind of chinks in your armor if you're not wearing 3 or 4 big $1 million diamonds.
The DJ Vlad rumors about spending habits and flashy lifestyles barely settle before Simon Jordan jumps in, shifting the conversation from gossip to cold, hard business math. The contrast is striking. Simon essentially dismisses the idea of a Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch in terms of sporting intrigue, noting that both fighters were already considered late to the party back in 2015. Now, both are approaching 50, but the conversation refuses to die. Rather than framing it as a boxing debate, Simon approaches it like a streaming strategy meeting. He breaks it down as if he's looking at Netflix spreadsheets instead of scorecards, calculating subscriber growth and the lifetime value of viewers. What might look ridiculous to purists suddenly makes sense from a business perspective.
Instance, Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, they fought too late in 2015 when they were 36 and 37 respectively, I think.
They're 47 and 48 now.
Yeah. So it is some would say a cynical land grab, a financial opportunity. But if people are prepared to pay it and Netflix are prepared to put it on and people want to watch it on their Netflix subscription and people want to subscribe to it, no harm, no foul.
Well, the thing is as well is that Netflix actually obviously clearly are starting to move into...
That's when Simon drops a hard truth. Elite boxing, crossover events, and full-on spectacle fights now all exist on the same menu. You've got serious championship bouts, half-serious grudge matches, and nostalgia-driven mega events that feel more like blockbuster movies than pure sporting contests. When Simon points out that our opinions about the matchup being too late don't really matter, it hits hard. He's brutally correct. If millions tune in, raw viewership numbers always outweigh debates about sporting purity. Part of me agrees that the competitive edge may have faded years ago, but another part can't help but laugh. Boxing fans will complain nonstop, yet they'll still press play the moment these two legends step into the ring again.
Of the world showing product, whether we think it's a good product or not, whether we think watching two 50-year-old men, nigh on 50-year-old men, having a dance that was 10 years too late when they were in their prime and is now 20 years too late.
But our view is irrelevant, isn't it? Because the data obviously says it's going to be successful. Obviously, they wouldn't be doing it.
Well, Netflix are not doing it for the good of sport. Exactly. They're doing it because they've got 300 million subscribers and they can keep those subscribers by adding content in there and they can get new ones. And it's a business model. It works. The boxers get more money out of it. What I'd like to see is the ecosystem getting more money out of this sort of thing.
When you step back from all the chaos, Tyson throwing verbal uppercuts about humility, Wade questioning the non-stop exhibitions, Vlad fueling financial rumors, and Simon Jordan calmly breaking down the streaming economics, you realize this saga isn't just about one fight anymore. It's about what boxing has become. On one side, there's legacy and pride. Tyson essentially argues that greatness should earn respect even outside the ring. On the other, there's the spectacle machine. Floyd built an empire turning attention into revenue. Praise it or criticize it, the blueprint clearly worked. Then Simon steps in as the business voice in the room, reminding everyone of a harsh reality. Boxing is also entertainment. If the numbers make sense, the fights will continue. That's the true collision. Old school honor versus modern spectacle, nostalgia versus algorithms, purity of sport versus the business of eyeballs. And the most fascinating part? All the debates, rumors, and criticism only fuel the machine further. Every headline, every argument, every clip keeps the conversation orbiting the same two names. Tyson and Mayweather, legends who continue to shape the boxing world even decades later.
Floyd's unbeaten record and the professional status of the bout add any intrigue to this at all?
No. Not really. I don't think so. I mean, Manny Pacquiao's had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him.
Now I want to hear from you. Is this just savvy business in today's entertainment-driven boxing world? Or are we watching legends risk their legacies for the sake of spectacle? Share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear your take. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Today for more breakdowns, analysis, and updates. I'll see you in the next one.